Welcome to the Viking Squad Show. I'm Sam Ekstrom, and I will prove that J.J. McCarthy is off to the worst start in NFL history.
What's happening, Luke Inman, at Luke_Spimman, and bless JT O'Sullivan for the film he's going to have to watch this week.
I'm Luke Braun of Locked On Vikings. God is dead, and 9 has killed him.
Hey, this is Arif Hasan from Wide Left Football. The show is late today because we noticed there were 4 people in the podcast, and that was actually the number we needed. We called a timeout.
Skol! It's the Viking Squad. Everything Minnesota Vikings every week. Breaking down all the big hits and game-changing plays from the land of 10,000 lakes. The way only the Locked On Podcast Network can. It's time to gear up. The Viking Squad Show starts now.
What's happening? Welcome in to our Monday Viking Squad Show, streaming on Locked On Vikings, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, the #1 sports podcast network. So glad you joined us today. We do this Mondays, we do this Thursdays, we do this after the games. Yesterday was a treat. And today, the treat, it's the gift that keeps on giving. As we
Not all treats taste good. That's what I'm
holiday season. Yep, this is not going to be appetizing, but we are going to address it head on. We're not shying away from the biblical badness of J.J. McCarthy and the historic ineptitude of this Vikings offense. They lose 23-6 yesterday. We've got a million nerdy stats to share, I'm sure, contextualizing how ugly this has been. We'll talk about the next 6 games and how McCarthy can become unbroken, how the Vikings will handle him, what KOC needs to do. We've also got a Thanksgiving food draft to end our pre-Thanksgiving show on a positive, happy, and competitive note. Today's show is brought to you by Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code LOCKEDONNFL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. And as always, streaming live on Locked On Vikings. Get our audio on demand on the Locked On Vikings podcast feed, wherever you get your podcasts. Where do we start? J.J. McCarthy put together one of the worst performances we've ever seen in the NFL, is one of the worst 3-game stretches we've ever seen in the NFL, one of the worst 6-game starts to a career we've seen in the NFL, which is amazing considering he's won 2 games. Like, there are 2 wins in there somewhere. But
I feel weirdly obligated to defend with soft praise that we've seen worse quarterback games than the one we saw Sunday afternoon with J.J. McCarthy. But I will agree the worst 3-game stretch is probably accurate. That's pretty bad. That was.
Does one come to mind? I feel like you got something.
Oh,
the Josh
boy,
Freeman
do I
game,
have
the
a
Nathan
list
Peterman
for you.
game, at least 3 Spurgeon win games, at least 2 Christian Potter, the Joe Webb playoff game. I love Joe Webb. I don't want to do that to him. But like those games were worse. Like, we don't have to. They're worse. There's a bunch of worse games.
If I can tease it later in the show, I have pulled some famously bad quarterback games, and you will all play a guessing game on if they have a worse EPA per dropback or not.
Oh, that's
this
epic.
is fun.
Fun.
There's like when
I'm
I looked
excited
up
for this.
EPA per dropback for this game, I was surprised at how low it wasn't. Is maybe the best way to put it.
It gets so much worse than this in ways that truly stun me. There's a Deshaun Watson game with minus 1.38.
Yeah,
which is twice as bad. Twice as bad as that.
Well, assuming that 0 is, it's like saying.
So this game's going to make us feel better. We're going to walk away saying,
it might. Or
McCarthy's
on
his way.
There's some pretty rough
I don't know,
ones.
man. We're gonna share some deeply troubling nerdy stats. I am just prefacing that with, hey, I promise you, there are some worse. Keaton Slovis almost had a worse game if it were not for Jacoby Brissett.
Wow,
coming back and saving us all and making a competitive game out of the Jaguars.
We usually hold the nerdy stats for later in the show. I feel like they're going to be so focused on the badness of McCarthy. It's kind of the best way to lead off the show. So let's jump into them right away.
Analytics fans rejoice.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
It's time to get educated.
Whoa, you're blowing my mind right now.
With the nerdy stat of the day.
So you can't write a clickbait title like I have. JJ McCarthy is off to the worst start in NFL history without backing it up. So I had to find why JJ McCarthy is off to the worst start in NFL history.
Then you came up with the. That's a good takesman. That's good takesmanship.
This is how we operate. This is how you clicked. You're watching. You clicked it. You clicked.
Got him.
I reeled you. But here's why I'm not lying. Here's why it's not clickbait. He is the only quarterback in NFL history through his first 6 games with a qualifying 150 pass attempts with an average net yards per attempt under 3 and a sack rate over 10%.
Okay, this is NBA style. Let's pick 5. This is the first guy to get like 3 rebounds and 18 points.
Yeah, JJ McCarthy's good, Sam. Stop it. He's actually really good.
Look, I think obviously I'm the guy in the podcast that has been like, hey, we're Carson Wentz hypothetically healthy. This is the guy I would have started because of the risk of what we're seeing right now.
You've had
right?
Arif.
I'm on his team, right? So clearly I'm not crazy invested in undermining my own take here. But like Sam, you are reaching a little bit. If like you have to include sack percentage, which by the way is already part of adjusted net yards per attempt. That's already in the stat. So to just include sacks is a way to exclude like interceptions.
Well, Arif, there were like 6 guys that fit the criteria without the sack rate. But
right,
I needed
and then you had
something
to
distinguishing. I needed to distinguish JJ McCarthy from that list.
I'm walking the listeners through how these happen.
The list included Kyle Orton, Ryan Lindley.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the guy who Vikings fans need JJ McCarthy to become, Jared Goff. Jared Goff in 2016
that's always that's going to be the guiding light for this one.
An absolute disaster tire fire with a tire fire staff, skeleton staff, interim staff in LA. Jeff Fisher fired. They bring in Sean McVay. That was the fix for Jared Goff. They invented like this new innovative system, and Jared Goff goes from one of the worst starts in NFL history to an instant Pro Bowler, electrifying offense like that. That's what you hope is the path here for JJ McCarthy.
Sean McVay.
Sean McVay, Matt
from a tree.
Matt
Was he from
LaFleur.
any tree?
Oh, he was Mike Shanahan's quarterback coach in Washington, right?
That's right. Okay.
Oh, okay, got it.
It was actually really fun reading a September 2017 article. Like, has Jared Goff turned it around? And in the article, it's like, have the Rams found something with 3rd round receiver Cooper Kupp? Sammy Watkins is a wide receiver 1 caliber guy.
I remember Sammy Watkins. Yeah. Cooper Kupp.
Who was the tackle they took number 2 overall? That was a total.
Robinson? Greg Robinson?
Yeah, Greg Robinson.
They signed Whitworth that year too. And John Sullivan. John Sullivan was their veteran.
Yeah, he of the many back problems. I love John Sullivan.
I don't know if there's an innovative offensive approach coming to save this quarterback in this offense.
I feel like it's
I don't know if I want an innovative approach. I feel like the innovation maybe is the problem. Can we stop innovating? Innovation put Eric Wilson at edge rusher.
Okay, but the different side of the ball. Luke and I agree but disagree. The innovation is here, and my argument is it's great, and it's the quarterback who's failing it. And Luke's argument is like, hey, we're thinking too much. We're getting too cute.
Yeah, I think we're getting way too cute.
Anyway,
I saw them do a formation change in 2 motions before the snap, only for Micah Parsons to tee off as the play clock hit 0 and get a sack. This sucks.
Okay, again, that's the defensive side of the ball. No, that's offensive. Never mind.
Nope. That's Micah Parsons is a Packers defender.
I'm losing my mind a little bit. I didn't sleep last night.
We all are. Yeah.
Donovan Jackson communicating with Ryan Kelly and Christian Darrisaw, I think, on that play. That was a miscommunication, I think, which may be a product of multiple shifts of motions on the same play. Unless I'm thinking of a different play where that happened. Anyway, so my stat.
Also having to hold their stance for like 20 seconds.
That's not great. That's not wonderful. Well, part of the job.
Call another double move, Kevin. That'll do it.
The receivers were open on time. Don't get me started on that. That part worked. The receivers were open. They were open on time. That part worked. So one of the problems that one of the very few remaining JJ McCarthy defenders had with evaluating his performance in this game was that pressure arrived too early. How is he going to be able to see if pressure's arriving within 2 seconds of the
You don't
snap?
have to do that, everybody.
How can any quarterback succeed when there's a pass rusher in your lap as soon as you snap the ball, assuming you didn't fumble the snap? With caveat, it seems like all 3 centers have fumbled snaps, so don't worry about it. It's just, that's a magical problem. No one's at fault.
With multiple quarterbacks, too, it might be a magical problem.
Yeah, it might be a magical problem. All right, so I decided to eliminate any dropbacks with quick pressures under 2.5 seconds for the entire year, right? To just take a look at that statistically. So JJ McCarthy's performance against the Packers this week in EPA per dropback, once you eliminate any snaps where there's a pressure in 2.5 seconds or less.
Okay.
He ranked 344th of 346 quarterback performances this year in EPA per dropback when you do that. But
not the worst. Not the worst.
Yeah. So I want you to guess who the 2 worst were.
Browning in Minnesota for sure.
It's
Got him. Not the worst. Second worst.
Darnold?
Second worst.
Just for the bit?
No, Darnold would be great. Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
But yeah, Browning was somehow second worst. Somehow Palpatine returned. Nope.
Was there
Wentz.
like one of the
Wentz,
Saints games where they
Chargers
got blown
game?
out?
Nope. Think of a quarterback whose brain is addled.
Tua.
Got him.
Wow.
Tua against the best defensive line of the league, the Browns.
Oh, that game. Yeah.
That game was
Okay.
rough.
Yeah.
Wow.
But hey, so not the 3rd worst in success rate. He only ranked 331st of 346 quarterback performances this year in success rate in those conditions.
So there's things to build off of here.
Yeah, no.
You're
yeah,
saying there's a chance.
So you're
There's a
saying
chance.
There's a chance.
So then I looked at some of the pressures where it did arrive pretty early in the broadcast. Greg Olson identified this, one of those 7 pressures, which is a lot. That's actually one of the highest in the NFL this year. The pressure rate under 2.5 seconds against all dropbacks, 28.5%, something like that. Very high. One of them is because, and I'm going to assume this is a JJ McCarthy problem, unless someone tells me otherwise, is because Christian Dara saw a quick set for a snap. And again, Greg Olson identified this on the broadcast, so I'm not revealing any new information here. And McCarthy was supposed to get rid of the ball right away to Aaron Jones, who had a blocker, CJ Ham, out in front of him, which you got to trust the Ham. So why aren't you throwing that ball? And then the pressure.
Was that the interception?
No, it was like a sack, right?
Or
no, maybe it was.
I thought it was the interception that he got hit as he threw.
Yeah, but that was I think you're right. But that was a pressure
Rather
under 2.5 seconds. Another one occurred as a result of the miscommunication between Ryan Kelly, Christian Darrisaw, and Donovan Jackson, where Michael Parsons just goes up the middle. He sets inside against Christian Darrisaw, who was expecting help to the inside and did not receive it. So that was another communication error, which again could be on Ryan Kelly, could be on Christian Darrisaw, could be on Donovan Jackson, but I'm going to put it on JJ McCarthy until we have evidence to the opposite.
Let's hit Inman, and then Braun will pivot into your game, unless you have an additional nerdy stat. Well, let's go.
No, my nerdy stat is the game. There's 8
okay.
of them, so.
Yeah, I just saw this one this morning from Alec Lewis. 813 quarterbacks have thrown 150 passes this season since 2005. JJ McCarthy ranks 807th in EPA per dropback. So 807 out of 813 in EPA per dropback since 2005. Pretty good.
I went through the exercise of Christian Ponder's first 6 games and JJ McCarthy's first 6 games. McCarthy beats him in QB wins 2-1.
Got him.
Ponder 56%, McCarthy 54% completion. Ponder 1,423 yards, McCarthy 929. Ponder 9-8 TD to interception ratio, McCarthy 6-10. Average yards per pass attempt, Ponder 6.25, McCarthy 3.77.
Yeah, what happens if you take away that one Michael Jenkins throw in the Packers game?
The first one of his career.
Yeah, the first throw of it. What happens if you take that one away?
It changes. It changes. I don't know. So like the Vikings got into some shootouts because that defense couldn't stop a nosebleed, and Ponder could put up some points through interception.
They move the ball sometimes.
They did. There was the shootout against Tebow. Remember that one? It was
that
like
stalked, man.
35-32, and there was like some real offensive mojo in that game. The Packers lost. They were with the Jenkins throw. That was actually a pretty good Ponder performance. Not saying that it got any better for Ponder after that, but let's we'll pause.
I mean, his 2011 was better than his 2012. I would argue.
His 2012 was entirely propped up by
Percy Harvin after the game.
Playoff quarterback Christian Ponder.
He didn't play in the playoffs. So
playoff qualifier.
Yeah,
playoff qualifier.
Yeah.
He won a gigantic Week 17 game that that puts him in.
I mean,
Vikings
Adrian
lore
won that game.
AP.
He got like 209 yards. He needed 212, something like that.
Ponder made some throws. He made some.
Technically, that is true. I agree.
He did not throw an interception. Braun, what's the name? Do you have a name of your game that we can tease? What's the name?
A name game.
Was that worse?
Was that worse?
Okay.
I love it. That's next.
I think you had a graphic already.
Brought to you by Prize Picks today. You and I make decisions every day. The Vikings have decisions about who their quarterback is going to be in the future. But being right can get you paid when you make the right decision on Prize Picks. Don't miss the excitement of this sports season, whether it's NFL, NBA, college football, college basketball. No better time to jump into the action. Prize Picks is the simplest way to play. Pick more or less on at least two players' stats. If you get it right, you win. Takes less than 60 seconds to make your lineup. You can play anywhere Prize Picks operates. That's California, Texas, Georgia, plenty of other states, dozens. You can have cross-sport entries, which is a lot of fun. NFL and NBA, combine those. You can load up on one player's stats in like NBA. So Anthony Edwards, 3-pointers, rebounds. He doesn't rebound much. I would go less than on that. And you also have the flex play option on Prize Picks. So you don't need to be perfect. You just have to be one away, and you can cash. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code LOCKEDONNFL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONNFL for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right. Luke Braun's going to take over. Let's set him up with... There's new sound effects on StreamYard. Look out. I'm going to just...
Nice. Ooh, a little music. Good.
Take it away.
I thought that was going to be like a whole song. That was... All right.
They're different menus. I got it. Now I'm switching. Okay.
There we go.
They're all sounds and not songs.
All right. So the name of the game is Was That Worse? JJ McCarthy's EPA per dropback in this game against the Packers was minus 0.67, a truly staggeringly bad number.
Brutally bad.
0.67. They're losing 2/3 of a point every time McCarthy touched the ball.
Relative to the average offense, that's important.
Relative to the average offense, right. And so I have pulled 8 games that you may think were worse, you may think were better, by EPA per dropback. That's the stat we're trying to guess here. The first one is 2020. The Vikings go to Indianapolis week 2, and Kirk Cousins lays an egg, the worst game of his career in Minnesota. Was it worse or better by EPA per dropback?
I'm going to go better.
I'm going to say better.
I just want to re-familiarize myself with yesterday's McCarthy stat line. So it was 5 sacks. It was 3 interceptions by the end. 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions. Unless I turned the game off when I thought they were doing kneel downs, unless something weird happened with like 2 seconds left.
12 and 19, 87 yards. Yeah, I'm gonna say that McCarthy was worse.
So you all think the Kirk Cousins game was better? You would all be correct. Minus 0.62. And that was as bad as Kirk Cousins ever got in his career in Minnesota.
Okay.
Next one. Again in 2020, a playoff game this time. Drew Brees' final game against Tom Brady's Bucs in the divisional round.
Oh, no.
I don't recall that game super well.
Was
I
part
remember
of the playoff run, Bucks Super Bowl run.
Okay, I'm gonna
Bucks
go-
defense
Warriors.
was dominant. I remember that. I mean, they were really good.
I'm gonna go. Breeze was. This is more interesting if it was worse. I'm gonna go with worse.
I'll say better.
Sam?
Breeze was better.
That one goes to Arif. It was worse, minus 0.70. That's the worst playoff performance of the last 10 years,
Wow.
and the only playoff performance that would qualify as worse in this game.
Nice.
Which, when you start thinking about that more, gets pretty alarming.
Can we get the Breeze stat line? That's just so
Yeah.
alarming.
I don't have that in front of me, but if somebody can look it up, I can move on.
I'm
Otherwise, this
guessing,
will take
yeah,
forever.
like volume of a lot of quarterbacks have 4 or 5 interception games. That's probably where the number gets worse.
Yeah,
only two
like
from
the
McCarthy.
worst by this
19
metric, the
for
worst game of the last 10
34.
years was
19 for
Nathan Peterman's.
34, 134 yards, 3.9 average, 1
3
touchdown,
picks, dude.
3 interceptions, no sacks, QBR of 25.9, rating of 38.1.
Incredible to do that poorly in EPA per dropback without a sack. That
Yeah.
Sounds a lot. That
It
sounds
immediately
better
decided to hang him up.
And by the way,
he was like, I'm done.
I think I'm going to go work for Fox Sports.
in honor of
Yeah,
yesterday,
time
too,
to show for Advocare and raise.
I got to
to
shout this out as well on the box score. Jameis Winston, 1 for 1 for 56 yards and a touchdown.
Classic.
158.
Fantastic. That might be
Classic.
why that game didn't feel like that much of a disaster, because they
Yeah,
still
bring
let
'em
those
home.
play.
Bring them home.
We'll go to a 2019
Just
game
curiously, just interesting, I think, how JJ's QBR was 17.9 yesterday, which is considerably better than the Falcons game. Like the Falcons game was 6.1.
now. That's wild, because the
There was a
EPA
fu-
was
He
much
had a
worse.
fumble lost in that game. That's one differentiator.
Yeah, EPA is a huge input into QBR, but QBR makes great pains to distinguish between like yards after catch and how much that matters, and it attempts to divide out credit for like interceptions and dropped passes and stuff. So that could be the difference between the two there. But it's very EPA dependent, so these two should be tightly correlated.
All right, we got 6 more, so I'm going to try to do these faster. 2019, Josh Rosen and the Miami Dolphins, actively tanking, play the also terrible Washington football team that had just changed their name
Should have kept
in what many called the Tank Bowl. Was Josh Rosen better or worse?
I'm gonna go with worse.
I'll say worse.
I'll say better just to be contrary.
Right.
You shouldn't have done that. It was worse. It's actually the exact same EPA per dropback as the Breeze game, minus 0.7.
Josh
even.
Rosen, Drew Brees. What's the difference? Am I right?
So stick it that Josh Rosen comparison, people. It was worse by 0.03, barely, in Josh Rosen's worst game as a Miami Dolphin. Also in 2019, how about a little Sam Darnold? The Monday Night Football Seeing Ghosts game. Better or worse?
That's a oh man. I'm gonna go with.
I'm gonna say
better, but that's
Darnold
a
was
good-
worse.
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna
Darnold.
say
was better.
Darnold was worse.
I like
Yeah,
I mean, that was
I
like
recall
33
that.
rip, wasn't it?
That was
Or
like a
something that.
cataclysmic stat line. Worse.
Worse?
Darnold worse.
The streak is broken. It was worse by quite a bit, minus 0.92.
Can I read off the stat line for you?
Please do.
11 for 32, 86 yards, 2.7 average. No touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 1 sack, QBR of 1.1, rating of 3.6.
His yards per completion is like a reasonable yards per attempt. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's completing
33
1/3 of his passes, and they weren't doing that much for him anyway.
That
Only
that
one-
guy was an
only one sack.
MVP candidate a few weeks ago.
Only took 1 sack.
Still is. He still is. He still is. Don't worry about it. He still is.
For everybody who says it cannot possibly get worse, this is why I say expand your imagination.
This is secretly a Max Brosmer argument in disguise. This whole game is an elaborate bid against starting Max Brosmer.
The next 3 are Vikings games. The first one is a 2017 game. Sam Bradford tries to come back from a knee injury on Monday Night Football in Soldier Field,
Yeah, against
only to
the
be
Bears.
benched at halftime, but gets just enough attempts to qualify. Somebody did ask, by the way, on a similar note about the Jaren Hall game a couple years ago. Did not qualify by having enough attempts, but if I lowered the minimums, it was worse.
He got yanked in that game, I think, right? They put
Bradford?
Mullins in. No.
Yeah. Both. Yeah, they both got benched.
They both got
well,
yanked.
Bradford just kind of was like, I can't do this anymore in the locker room. And Keenum came in to finish that
huge
game.
respect, by the way. Just be like, my knee is has
Like,
grown 3 sizes
clearly this
today.
isn't working. So was Sam Bradford's performance better or worse by EPA per dropback?
Does a small sample size make it more likely to be worse?
It qualified,
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it qualified.
I'm gonna go.
enough.
I'm
I
gonna go with
wouldn't
worse. That game left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm gonna go with worse.
Boy.
I'm on the fence here. This one's maybe the tough. I'm going to say worse as well, but I don't feel
Better. I'm
really
going to
good
say
about
better.
it, I guess.
Again, Sam, you shouldn't have done that. It was worse, minus 0.73 in the second worst game that we have discussed.
I feel
so
like
far.
I feel like a quarter of his dropbacks were sacks in that game.
4 sacks on 11 dropbacks.
So you underestimated.
No, that can't. No, you gotta be wrong, Luke. That's gotta be 4 sacks, 11
Attempts. You're right. Attempts.
Ah,
Oh,
4
15.
sacks on 15 dropbacks.
That's
Way
almost
better.
a
Still
third
wrong.
of the
Way
time
better.
you're getting sacked. That's 1 sack a series. That's insane. How about a little bit of fun with 2023 quarterbacking? Dobbs' sanity comes to a crashing halt as Josh Dobbs throws 4 interceptions on Monday Night Football, also against the Bears. In the throwbacks, was that game better or worse?
Are the Vikings bad in throwbacks? We discussed this already?
Yeah, they've only won once in the throwbacks. It was the Texans game. Otherwise, it's been like a lot of disasters.
This was the first game I ever attended as a fan in the stadium. So I remember hating every second.
Didn't he throw a touchdown in that game too?
Yeah, he did. He threw
I'm
into
gonna say better.
Hawkinson.
I'm going to say it was better.
I'm gonna go better because I think instead of taking sacks, he threw picks. So a sack count I think is low in this game. Yeah, I'm gonna go with better.
I just don't know how much more damaging, if the interception count is doubled from Dobbs to McCarthy. I'm going to say worse.
It was better and
I'm
pretty
horrible at this game.
significantly.
Horrible
really?
at this game.
Minus
Wow.
0.53, so more than a whole tenth better.
Oh,
Awful at this.
oh.
I hope you guys are keeping your own score. I am not. The
I'm-
next
I'm
one
at
was...
probably 0. Go ahead.
I think I'm one
You
behind
all got
Arif.
the first one right. You're all on the board at least.
Yeah,
Not skunked.
but I've only
The
missed
next one is the literal next game. The Vikings travel to Las Vegas and play a total stinker against the Raiders.
Hospital ball.
Aiden O'Connell in a scoreless effort. Better or worse?
I think I remember this game being really quirky because obviously they didn't score. But I think Dobbs's EPA per dropback was better.
AOC's. The Raiders quarterback. Aiden
Oh.
O'Connell's.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're talking
God.
about
The Vikings
O'Connell.
scored. The Raiders did not in that game.
Okay.
Oh,
You were
God.
at that game, weren't you, Luke?
I was at that game.
Yeah. You
Why?
won a little money on the under.
Yeah, we had a great time in Vegas. We had a whole group.
It's way funnier if his EPA per dropback was better in that scoreless game, that disaster of a game. So I'm gonna go with he was better than McCarthy was.
Is this the last one?
Second to last.
Okay. I'm going to say it was worse. Because I'm
going to say
Arif,
I'm going to
and I
say
gotta switch it up.
it's a trick question. It's a tie.
I thought about doing the trick question, but no, Arif is right. It's better. He's pirating me. He's reading the test maker.
Scantron.
I got the
Last one.
Scantron in front of me, buddy.
Cheat codes.
And I had to expand. I did 10 years for most of this, but I thought, man, I should go back a couple more so I can get a Johnny Manziel one. The worst game of Johnny Manziel's career by EPA per dropback was a 0-30 shellacking at home against the Cincinnati Bengals led by Andy Dalton. Was his EPA per play in that game better or worse?
Better.
I'm
gonna
going
go
to guess
better.
he ran around enough for positive yardage that it's better.
He didn't really run for positive yards, though. It's mostly just extending the sacks.
Extended sacks.
Are we all locked in on this?
Yeah, we're all on better.
You're a better Arif?
Yeah.
You're all correct. It was better minus 0.58, and it is actually the second best game that we have discussed today.
Should have drafted him. Had a chance.
Hey, Luke Inman, give us before as we go to break. Give us the Cordero Patterson at the draft party.
Hey, y'all want to see Johnny Manziel? Say yeah. It's like, wait, it's Cordell Patterson. He must have inside info. We're at the draft party. He's on stage. PA just introduced him. Why is he saying that? He's very excited and confident in this. So I guess we're taking Johnny Manziel. No, we didn't take Johnny Manziel. No.
Anthony Barr.
Anthony Barr. Yep. Aaron Donald was available.
Oof.
Don't pretend
Barr was good. Hey, Barr. I'm good with Barr.
Pick.
I'm good with Barr.
Right, yeah.
Good with Barr.
That was a fun game. We continue the JJ McCarthy discussion with some big picture questions that will surely stir the pot next. We are brought to you by Game Time. NFL season is here. There's nothing better than being in the stadium. NBA season's here. NHL season's here. Wow, they're red hot. Timberwolves are interesting. They keep you on your toes. You can get to Target Center. You can get to Grand Casino Arena. You can get to US Bank Stadium. And, it's a hassle when you deal with ticket buying that has you in queues and login screens and the price is moving and you're trying to coordinate with someone and meet them in a weird location to exchange tickets. You're not sure if it's legit or not. Use Game Time. It's the app that gives the advantage back to the fans. Game Time is fast, easy, backed by the Game Time guarantee. 100% authentic tickets. They're delivered quickly and on time at the best prices, all fees included. So the price you see is the price that you pay. You get that exact view from your seat. That's a really nice feature. If you haven't been in the arena or venue before, you get to see where you're buying the tickets at. And it's so much less stressful than other ways that you will buy tickets. It is a total game changer. It's Game Time. Download the app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, that's promo code LOCKEDON NFL for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download Game Time today. Let's try and answer the questions that everybody's asking. Is Max Brosmer an option?
I mean, technically, obviously he's an option, but
I don't think that gets you anywhere.
No.
If it wasn't Brosmer, is it different? Would it be different if it was a veteran? If it was
Sam Howell?
Howell Wentz.
What's the point, though? Do we think the Vikings have a path to the play? Technically, they're not mathematically eliminated or anything like that. They're not even mathematically eliminated from the division. But what's the point? What do we accomplish? The only question in my mind is whether or not playing more games for McCarthy helps or hurts him. Because that's the only thing that, it doesn't even matter whether or not McCarthy is going to be the long-term answer or not by the end of the season, because that's the only option right now anyway, right? You're not going to magic your way into a veteran quarterback by choosing to start someone else. That's not going to happen. So the only question is, are you going to improve your asset or not? And so that is a deeper question. What's the point of playing Brosmer? I feel like you might rush him and play him too soon, and you just got another McCarthy now.
Well, that the argument for that, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Maybe. I guess should never say never. But the argument would be JJ McCarthy the first round pick is a sunk cost. We should just try to develop both of our young quarterbacks and give this young quarterback an opportunity to show something and give us more information.
Why do, when we make these arguments, name the thing that is the name of a popular fallacy? I feel like that's anti-compelling to me. He's a sunk cost, so. But if playing McCarthy has hurt his development, would that not potentially be the case for your undrafted rookie? I just feel like that's a possibility that's worth considering. And does playing Brosmer make him better? If that's the case, and there's no difference on how it impacts McCarthy, then yeah, sure, play him.
I mean, Brosmer's that's the house money quarterback, right? Oh,
it doesn't matter if you break them.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's why people want to do it. I don't think anybody seriously thinks that undrafted rookie Max Brosmer is like secretly the answer to the Viking season. I think some of you are Gophers fans, and some of you are just enamored by the idea of getting a QB for free and want to roll the dice on it.
Well, that 1/3 and long. I
don't think anybody actually thinks he's going to be
hooked
good.
everybody, I think.
Let's drop back.
Yeah. That was cool. Yeah. That was cool. Let's answer Arif's question's a good one. Is it harming or helping to let him, there's a phrase with an expletive in it, like just have him take one on the chin for the next 6 games and just let him suffer? Is that helpful? I think it's actually organizationally helpful if you get the data that he can't drag himself out of this, that is going to be that the meltdown factor is so bad that for 12 games, this is what you get. That's pretty informative, I think. There's data there. I don't know if it's helpful to McCarthy, but it helps you make your offseason decisions. That's probably the biggest benefit of it.
Yeah, I think that there's more to gain than there is to lose with in the last few games, just from a developmental standpoint. Like, JJ McCarthy spent like 25 games on the bench. You think that's going to help?
Yeah, now we're going to go
He's
back.
had enough time on the bench. It's got to just happen now. And by the way, if it continues to be as catastrophically bad as it is, then you Rosen this and you move on and it's a moot point, which means that you should only really be preparing for the world where you end up, running another year of McCarthy back. And in that world, benching him right now, it probably cuts off your nose to spite your face.
Yeah, the one thing is, and I'm presenting this as an argument. I don't know if I believe it. The one thing is that we've seen some players, play too early and then cement in bad habits that they can't get out of. Obviously, like, I can't say for sure that that's like what happened to TJ Clemmings or whatever, but like, it seems like some players who are developmental end up getting played too soon. And when they play too soon, their panic responses become their inbuilt, neuromuscular responses, right? JJ McCarthy in a practice environment, from everything that like we're hearing, like what KOC is saying on the radio, what Greg Olson is hearing in the broadcaster meetings, and what is playing with those mechanics that we've been so worried about really well in practice, right? And it's the out of practice environment that kind of degrades and goes away, right? Like that's the narrative right now. It seems true to me. So does kind of continuing to build that away from the field, away from that stress environment, allow him to build in the right mechanics that allows him to play with a little bit more accuracy, a little bit better timing, etc. It allows him to develop more power from his legs rather than through his arm? Or does practicing with the bullets flying, help, develop the muscle memory for the mechanics that we want? And I think that from that perspective, maybe the argument is better to like bench him for your sacrificial lamb, which is the Gophers quarterback, I guess. It's so funny to me that they just cut Desmond Ridder in Europe, but
he's still there. Him?
He's still there. He's still there.
Oh God, the government shutdown really.
Don't worry about it. He's found some hostels. He's good. But yeah, like that's to me like the question about like his development. Like, yeah, obviously he has to adapt to the speed of the game, and the best way to do that is play the game. But like, I think that there is genuinely a case where some quarterbacks benefit more from playing time, and some quarterbacks benefit more from developing outside of the game environment. And like, this could be a situation where actually it's the eyes are important and he needs to speed up his eyes, but there's other elements that are important here that might get cemented in if you play him right away, or if you continue playing him.
Yeah, I look at like how he looked in camp and like off-season videos and stuff that we had, and you saw him get that hip rotation leg swingy problem under a lot more control, and then lost it the second things got, fast and furious in real games. So I feel like going back and reestablishing that habit would be fine and doable if you just took him out of games. Sure, you can get him back to a little bit more of a calm base and fix those mechanics. but he's just going to lose it again when he gets under real pressure, and he has to mentally get used to real pressure and real speed. I did look up. I was thinking when I was making the EPA game, I was like, there was a game just like this that I decided not to do because I was like, nobody cares about that guy. And it was when the Giants in 2021 had a Jake Fromm game because they were just trying stuff, which was worse, by the way. And that feels like what it would be if we did Brosmer.
If we did Brosmer.
Yeah.
Well, Fromm was a better prospect coming out, too. He's like a 5th-round pick, right?
Yeah. And so it would feel to me like that you're just kind of throwing mud at the wall, and it would feel like if you went to a Giants fan and you're like, hey, remember the Jake Fromm game? It would be like us talking about Josh Freeman. Do we want to do that? I don't want to sit through that again.
Yeah, again, like that's like the thing about the Max Brosmer proposal is that a lot of the argument seems to be, well, it couldn't get any worse, and it's like, buddy, what if we threw you out there a quarterback? Like it could always get worse. And I feel like we've seen examples of that.
Do you guys remember? We keep throwing out the Rosen, I guess possibility at the end. Do you guys remember what Josh Rosen got traded for? It's actually a little bit more than I thought. I'm just curious if anybody remembers.
It was 2/3, right?
4/3?
It was 2/3.
I mean, what would you be? Would you be happy with those? A third, 2/3, a fourth? If we stayed on this trajectory
for McCarthy and they're moving off of it,
right now,
no,
and we got a top
this is
5
a disaster. It would feel like putting a little bit of Neosporin on an amputated leg.
Well, if you're moving off from
but if you're moving on, you want something, don't you?
What was it?
I guess, but like,
all this does is confirm how bad it was instead of make it bad. Does that make sense? Like there's already a certain amount of disaster attached to the decision to move on from a guy who's only had like 8 starts or whatever we're calling it.
Yeah. So the mid-round draft capital is not going to do a lot for me.
But Arizona looks smart.
That.
Doesn't Arizona look really smart though for doing that? And
do they? Have they made the playoffs with Murray yet?
I think the one decision that they made there was pretty smart. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not a Murray conversation.
Yeah. Well, and they had the number 1 overall pick. And they had
that is a substantial difference here.
I think maybe on our way to a top 5 pick.
12
they're
right
sitting
now.
At 12 right now.
There was somebody in the chat who was like, hey, the Vikings should look at the Indiana quarterback, Mendoza, right? And it's like, buddy, they're not going to be in striking distance of Mendoza.
Are you sure 4-13 might get you close?
Yeah.
Right now, they're 12.
Are they winning another game? Because this team's broken. They might Bears this and end on a 9-game losing streak. Like that does not feel that out of the question to me. Am I crazy? Like, I'm probably doing too much.
It's obviously possible, right? But I just feel like if you're going to try to out-Raider the Raiders, you're in for some hurt, right? Like you're trying to the Giants just fired a coach. The Raiders have fired 4. I don't know. They keep firing people like it'll fix problems. Like, I don't know. It feels like these teams are really well-versed in tanking, and the Vikings are just not. That's not their wheelhouse. That's not their game. They don't know how to tank. They don't got it in them. It's not in their bones, right?
What was the return, Inman? I don't know if did you ever say
a late second and a 5th. A late second and a 5th from Miami, which they used to take wide receiver Andy Isabella.
Oh, Andy Isabella,
nice.
The legend.
The legend. UMass, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why Arizona obviously had they got to play the Kyler Murray card. If you do something like that, you're not going to stumble into a Murray. You're probably you're on the carousel again. You're either you're developing another rookie or you've got a Band-Aid. You probably aren't stepping into a situation where you have the future established. You would be back in murky territory. That's why this is so disheartening, is because there isn't really a path forward unless you find the magic bullet that cures all that's ailing J.J. McCarthy. Sean McVay is not walking through the door to replace Jeff Fisher. That's why Jared Goff turned around. Can that happen with McCarthy? Is there one? I think Luke Braun, yesterday, you alluded to it. You didn't say it outright. You alluded to this head coach taking a fall.
They very clearly set it up so he owns 100% of the decision that went really bad. Like that's I think he's got enough leash to survive it because of how well things went in the last couple seasons, but that probably uses up all of the cushion, and the seat I would say is hot going into 2026.
That makes more sense. I wouldn't think that his seat is hot this year, regardless of the results. But 2026,
he's got enough cushion, but
yeah.
Boy, does that undo a lot of goodwill when they were very vocal. This is O'Connell's decision, and he made the wrong one.
It does feel like Kwesi could still get filleted at the end of the season on this one. Like,
yes.
Even though it's O'Connell's decision.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, it is
for sure.
You know,
yeah, we look at them like a
the
tandem.
Roster's in a bad
brought
spot.
in together, extended together, but
yeah,
certainly
there are a lot of 2 and 3 year deals that aren't working out. It's going to be difficult to get out of them. They've got a cap crunch anyways. They've got a million roster holes, and the quarterback situation is bad. Like, the roster's in a really bad place. And I think when talking about Kwesi, Arif, I think you've kind of made the point a lot about, like, it's about the entire status of the roster, not just how good you are at drafting or what your, value over expectation on this or that is. It's about the state of the roster, and the roster is in a really rough
in a state.
So if you're going to get out from a GM, now is kind of the time where everything needs to turn over now. And we're deciding, is this guy making those decisions or is another guy making those decisions? It's a lot harder to change GMs when things are a little more locked in. But I think a lot of stuff is more fluid than we thought it was going into the season. It's just going to be really painful cap-wise to get out from under that stuff. But that might not matter if quarterback is this bad. You're changing between 4-13 and 6-11.
9 draft picks on the books for next year. 10. It's a big draft. This is a huge draft, and you might have a top 10
Can't
pick.
wait to complain about that one, too. Let's go.
Competitive rebuild 2.0. Let's do it again.
Let's do it.
Back.
45 minutes of JJ McCarthy. We need a cleanse, and that cleanse is the annual Thanksgiving food draft. This, I don't know, year 7, year 8 doing this. It's always the best segment of the year.
That's crazy that you mentioned that, because the show's only been around for 3-4 years.
Well, different iterations, but a different time. An early happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We won't have a show on Thanksgiving Day, so we're doing this draft now. We've been doing this forever. We will draft entrees. We will draft sides. We will draft desserts. We also have a flex spot. I will share it so the viewers can see on screen. Let's take down the backdrop so it looks a little better. You guys have access to the document?
Yes.
Yes.
I can see it. I can't type in it.
I will do the typing.
Okay.
Need a little.
Did we just lose Braun? What's going on?
Yeah, he did walk out.
What do you want to do for the order here? Gambling?
Should we do? Oh yeah, gambling. I don't have updated totals. We all did badly.
Well,
we know.
I'm
what
assuming
the
it's
do revert. So reverse
I
order.
was 1-1. If I lost anything, it's just like the.
I mean, I was 1-1 as well. So it's the same order.
Yeah. So team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4. 2 entrees, 2 sides, a dessert, and a flex. I've listed out some entrees, listed out some sides, listed out some desserts. You can go off the board if you want. Those are just ideas to make it a little easier, so we're not stalling, not letting the clock run out, a la 2003 Vikings draft.
They ended up with Kevin Williams. That's.
Should we go reverse order of gambling standings or exact order? Like leader, like Luke Braun. Since Luke Braun is winning the gambling, he goes 4th in this. I think that would be. Is that fair?
Sam is advocating for himself to pick first.
I believe this went the opposite
really
in the past when I was in last. So I think I'm seeing the conspiracy.
Start to see the trend.
Yep.
All right, yeah. Let's put Luke last. That's good. That's a good point. Let's put Braun last.
I think I understand.
Snake draft.
We know how the Thanksgiving draft goes. The snake is not that valuable.
Wait, I get to go first? Oh, I didn't even realize.
Oh,
okay.
that's wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
You set this up? That's crazy. All right.
We're about to have some serious debates about turkey quality.
I think we've had all the debates over 7 drafts. I think we get it. I think we know where everybody stands at this point, don't we?
Yeah, no, we do. Plus, when I had my turkey take at first, 8-9 years before we did this draft, it was avant-garde. It was hot. Now it's the take. It's so annoying.
You've gone mainstream.
I think I had the 1-1.
You've gone mainstream and pro Wentz. What have you become?
Did I have the 1-1 last year? I had the 1-1. I think I took white turkey.
Don't tell me.
No, okay. Again,
Sam,
I think we all know at this point.
Sam, you're on the clock.
We've all done the mock drafts. We all know the order. We all know.
The sides are always the most valued.
If you say so.
So I'll just take
1-1.
That's crazy.
1-1.
What are you doing?
You're gonna take a guard 1-1.
Mashed potatoes and gravy. Nothing more guard-like.
It goes first every year, and Luke and I are trying to be like, I don't know, Sam. Are you sure you want to do that?
Crazy, man.
Every year it goes first.
Luke Inman, pick
All right,
number 2.
I'll stay with the sides. Let's go stuffing.
Yeah, classic.
Give me a number 2 tight end.
We're chalk. We're chalk.
Pick.
Yeah, so far we're chalk. I think I have to go with the starchy side still, which I don't think we did last year for 3. I'm gonna go with baked potatoes.
Yeah, that's very good. 2 picks for Luke Braun.
The valuable.
Don't sell this to me like you didn't just
Such a
completely
great
screw me
guy.
over.
You're in pocket position, man. What are you talking about?
Dude, running back value right here at the end of the first.
Oh yeah,
Where you want it?
you get Christian McCaffrey.
Oh,
You
my
have
Clyde
every
Edwards-Helaire,
dessert.
let's move on.
Early, Melvin Gordon.
All right, I'll take some mac and cheese.
Oh, I think that's what went 3 last time. I think I screwed this up.
See, now, like, I could do my starchy side, but you already all kind of have, like, your big, heavy side. So I feel like I need to kind of try to take advantage of the situation. I will take some prime rib roast.
Oof. Oof.
Prime rib.
That went
roast.
really late, I feel like,
It
last
did.
year.
Last year it
Somebody
went
got a
real late.
steal with that.
I think it was me, but it went real late. I remember that.
I don't remember that, but somebody
Oh man,
Hasan.
this is tough. This is tough. Yeah, I'm gonna ditch on these entrees for now. I'm gonna go with caramelized Brussels sprouts.
Oof.
It's a risky one. It's underrated. A lot of people don't like that. They're wrong.
They're wrong.
But they might not vote for you, and that's what counts.
Yeah, I've tried to do the middle ground of stuff I like versus stuff I think people will like, and it's gotten a little bit worse than if I just take stuff I like.
So you're being Dan Campbell. You do what you do, and everyone else.
Yeah,
can...
this is my Jameer Gibbs.
I'm trying to remember who the defending champion is. I got to look up last year's poll.
All I know
I'm
is
gonna
he
go.
never placed 4th in any of these. That's all I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ham.
CJ?
Give me some CJ Ham.
CJ Ham
Already
had
got
some highlights in that.
Already
game.
got a tight end too. Give me a fullback.
Yeah, Josh Oliver or CJ Ham?
Those,
Or unstoppable.
12 personnel, huh? Okay.
Here's the problem. I'm looking at the winner of last year's poll. I don't know whose team it was.
It was probably mine then.
Yeah, it was probably mine. Good chance it was mine.
I think it was mine. Let's all just claim it. Someone really bungled though. Whoever had white meat turkey. So team white meat turkey was pick 1, round 1.
I think this is me.
That was Inman.
This was what I'm saying. I think I
And
did
you got
white
1-1.
meat turkey 1.
Yeah.
Got
That's right.
destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh,
we eviscerated
7% of the vote.
Yeah, I had to head out of town for a little bit.
you. Yeah, oh my god.
It was bad.
Still,
Yeah.
by EPA per dropback, not worse than JJ McCarthy.
Thank you. Feels better.
All right, where are we at, Inman? What'd you
I
just
took
do?
ham.
Ham.
CJ Ham.
All right, 2 picks for me. So the entrees are starting to go. I'm going to go beef tenderloin with another side of cornbread. No comments. No one's groaning
cornbread is
like,
good.
"Oh, you
Cornbread-
took
cornbread
mine."
is really
Oh, that's
Yeah.
usually a
Chalk?
usually a bad sign.
No, cornbread was a good pick. I was just thinking
Fine.
about my picks.
I'm gonna go.
We're all locked in.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with pumpkin pie.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those desserts got the
That
run
was
on
gonna-
desserts
that
has
was gonna be
started.
the
That
first
went later than I
dessert.
thought.
Just for
Yeah.
the votes.
I almost took it instead of prime rib.
I was thinking about it. Maybe I shouldn't have taken caramelized Brussels, but still. Building a plate.
Building a
That's
roster
That's
here.
definitely
Okay.
part of the idea.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. This is tough.
He's
Okay.
got baked potatoes and Brussels so far.
Yeah.
Caramelized Brussels.
Caramelized.
Okay, yeah.
Brussels.
Big diff.
Okay, I think I'm gonna skip on that. No, it'll be funny to do this right before Luke's pick, even though I don't think he'll take it. Beef Wellington.
I learned my lesson. In previous years, I went too hard for the beef Wellington. I think it cost me.
Well,
I'm good
it'll
with
cost
that.
me this time.
Yeah, I'm thrilled with that.
I'm happy.
Huh. It's real tough. Do you have green bean casserole on there twice?
Probably.
Do I?
I think you do.
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
He does this. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, a little glitch on the digital draft board.
It's a Spielman draft board. Don't worry about it.
We got team control of all these picks, right?
I think I'm trying to be as classic and recognizable as possible. So I think I am going to take cranberry sauce, but if you could do me a favor and put it in my flex.
I respect that.
Oh. Okay.
I kind of get it. That makes sense.
Remember, if
And
they
on the
play on Thursday
crossover-
night, you want to put that back into your side.
Yeah. People are thinking that way right now. They're thinking
Yeah.
the flex as not.
I mean, that's the
You know, it's
Thanksgiving
different.
game, right? On
Yeah.
It's
Thursday?
different, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw down biscuits and gravy as my other side.
Okay.
What a choice.
Should have traded up.
What a
Sorry.
choice. Yeah, I think I'm fumbling a lot of these picks now.
Says the guy who wins every year.
Arif has never had this little confidence. This
Yeah,
is
tough.
startling.
Success weighs on you, Ozzie Newsome didn't have a perfect draft every year either. My flex is rolls.
I
Rolls?
feel like the sides are
Yeah.
just toast now, so that'd be a reach.
I got a lot of carbs. My entree has carbs.
Give me dark meat.
Damn.
So Inman learns his lesson from 2024. He goes from white meat to dark meat, hoping for a better result. This is dramatic. I need a little color on my plate, so we're gonna do green bean casserole to give it that nice, little vegetable.
Remember, you can put that down twice for you say.
Little loophole. Love my green beans. Can't have just one helping. I also will jump into the desserts, I think. Apple crisp.
Interesting. Okay.
Apple crisp.
Mm.
Not apple pie. Apple crisp.
Okay.
Here's his team: ham, dark meat turkey, stuffing, and pumpkin pie thus far.
So 3 role
Very
players
classic.
and a
Very
tight end
classic.
2, a safety 3. Just need our quarterback here. I need a side, I guess. And you guys, well, there's only one flex left too. Maybe you should wait on side too. Let's go with sweet potato casserole.
It's a good one. It's good value in the lower rounds.
It's decent. I don't know how many rosters it helps elevate.
You're not
Right,
putting
I
enough
think-
butter in it.
I was just trying to come up with
If
something.
that's what you're saying.
And then I waited too long. I was like, I waited too long.
Which one of these is gonna help me the most? I gotta go with apple pie.
Arif goes pie after Sam took crisp. That could be a swing moment.
Yeah, that could be pivotal.
All right, the final two picks for Luke Braun. 9 picks, 20 and 21 overall.
There is a part of me that wants to just take white meat turkey to make it look classic, but I think that's poison. I think there's a poison pill in that.
Poison.
So I'm gonna go. The one of these I probably would want to eat the most is pot roast, but I don't think that that's popular.
You think pot roast is popular?
Popular.
But it's more popular than I'm between pot roast and roasted chicken. I know my I'm gonna take pecan pie for my dessert. I know I'm gonna do that.
All right. I probably should
fill it out with an entree.
I'm going with my heart. I'm gonna take pot roast.
Pot roast.
I got a double beef plate.
Prime rib roast, pot roast, mac and cheese, biscuits and gravy, pecan pie, cranberry sauce. That's Luke Braun's team. And Arif Hasan, finish it up.
We're going fancy. We're getting roast duck.
Ooh,
Roast duck.
Nice. Off the
board.
board.
The USFL.
Under 300 on the
League,
consensus board.
Yeah, it's my Jalen
European
Redmond.
League.
Let's go.
I got ham. I got turkey. Give me chicken pot pie. Let's get the cycle.
Chicken pot pie. So an entree.
Three
in his
entree
flex.
setup. That's so interesting.
I know what you mean by that when you say that. That's interesting.
We're all from Minnesota. We know what that means.
All right, I've got one entree slot left to go with beef tenderloin. I think we're gonna go sans white meat turkey in this draft. It's gonna be left
Undrafted
off
white
the
meat
board.
turkey.
Wow.
Arif
From
has
the
won.
number one overall pick
Wow.
to undrafted.
Josh Rosen.
I win again, baby.
That busted out harder than JJ McCarthy. At least McCarthy was 10th.
Roasted chicken will be the pick. Salmon is a little polarizing. That was also listed on the board. I don't
Is tough. You got to cook it like perfectly. It's
can't think of
delicious,
anything
but, like,
Yeah.
off board right now. Yeah, and I love making salmon. I'm trying to appeal. So I will
last
end with
year, I feel like somebody picked cornbread and honey, and you just got cornbread.
it's too late now.
cornbread and honey was team
I'm starting
two.
to just flash back to a couple random.
Well, that was the winning team. That was the winning team last year. Can I amend my cornbread to have like
Picks
a little
in.
add-on?
Goodell on the
No.
stage. Cornbread was
Nope.
on the stage, shaking with Goodell. Pictures are taken. They're in USA Today already.
USA Today.
Last year we had
Got-
over 1,000 votes. So a serious consensus was reached on last year's winner. It was I think it was me. I think I was team 2.
I don't know about that.
Pretty positive that
Well,
and
did Team 2 have any turkey on it?
dark meat.
It's probably not me then. Never mind.
Yeah. Dark meat turkey tends to get more of a
Yeah,
pass.
yeah.
And that team 2 also had the 3 entree setup like Inman does with chicken pot pie in the flex. Wait,
That's crazy.
No, I'm looking at. Sorry, that's not
What
true.
are you doing to
Come
me,
on, man.
Sam?
That's
what
not
are you
true.
doing to me?
Reading
not
it
true.
wrong. It was green bean casserole in last year's flex.
Sounds
Well,
like
we
a pattern.
only lost half of the viewers during that. That was
Nice.
good retention.
Good.
Good
Gotta be a good
retention
record.
rate. Good retention rate.
Thanks for sticking around, everybody.
Yeah. Surprised we didn't get more Thanksgiving takes in the chat. Honestly, we got like someone telling me to be proud of the Brussels sprouts pick. I am, thank you. We got someone asking about creamed corn. We didn't pick it. I'm sorry. Fair.
Intermixed with the food comments. JJ is unsalvageable.
Yeah. JJ's not getting
People
enough
who are
time.
definitely like who started the watch behind who are
Yeah.
commenting on things we were talking about 40 minutes ago, which is great. Please keep doing that.
Inman logging in with his burner to tell the chat twice that he won.
Love that guy. What's your PayPal, bud? Love that guy. Love that guy.
Check out Luke Braun on Locked On Vikings, your daily 30 minutes of Vikings content. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving to everybody. Thank you for watching, listening, commenting, subscribing, all the things you do to make this show possible. We are thankful for you, the viewers. Appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next time on The Squad Show.